Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am doing my February plan with me, and the theme is flowers and tea cups or tea pots or something with tea, tea sets. I think that's better. Um, I really got inspired to do this by a picture that I saw. As always, I am going to link them down below as well as everything that I use in this video. And yeah, so here we go. The first thing I'm doing is writing, of course, February. I didn't leave the actual February like this. I thought I was wanting to do this, but I actually did not like how it turned out. So later I go back and I fix it. But I did make my teapot or tea kettle or tea, whatever you call it. And of course, a little teacup with its saucer. I love that this theme is a little more artistic. I kind of did branch out just a little bit, but I am going to post another video tomorrow for a February plan with me that is not so detailed. It's simpler, not with the same theme, of course, but just a little easier because this one I feel like I did kind of go overboard when it came to actually doing the artistic part of it. I know I'm not artistic per se, but I do think that I could have gone a little bit easier, but this one, I just really wanted to do it. I really wanted to do something a little bit more artistic for myself so that I could push through. So as you can see right now, I was going in with my Faber-Castell B pen, and I filled all the calligraphy space that I had not filled in yet. Then I went in with my Faber-Castell S pen, and I outlined all these little flowers that I had already drawn. They are very how would you say, abstractly made. Like, I didn't make them perfectly. And as well as the coloring, I went in with Crayola Super Tips with a pink, a light pink, and a greenish soldier green to kind of give it a very old type of feel to it. I didn't want to overdo it with the color. So, yep, that's that. Now I'm moving into my second one, which is my monthly planner or month at a glance, which is my Vigor version, and as well as my trackers. I decided to put these trackers together because normally I say normally, but I don't like to have them in two separate pages. I like to have them in one. So I added this month at a glance to where I can just write everything I need to write in. And while I'm here, I always have my tracker, which is going to be below it. And on the right, I put my sleep tracker and, of course, a little teacup because I couldn't stay away from them this month. And I use the 3 colored Crayola tips a lot in this. I wanted to have a lot of pink in it. Of course, you can use any other color. I think you can use any pastel, basically. I just stuck with the 3 color theme that I had. And then I added my little flowers at the top just to give them accents because I felt like it was too bland with just the colorful monthly spread. So I did go back in and I added some flowers everywhere. Again, it's a flowers and tea set journal plan with me. I love this theme. I wish that I was a better artist to draw, but to me it was enough. And you just have to develop your drawing, and I feel like I've done that for even a month that I've been drawing and trying to do more artistic things. I think you grow as an artist. But anyways, before I get too deep, I moved on, and then I put, of course, all my days within my monthly spread, and yeah, easy peasy. Now moving down to up sideways to my sleep tracker. I did a really simple sleep tracker. Last month, I actually put it underneath my habit tracker, and this month I kind of wanted to do it separately just so that I had some variety. I didn't always want to put it right below it. I feel like that was just going to be too consistent. I wanted a little change. So I decided to do this scroll type. I felt that with the teapot and with the way that I was writing, I wanted it to be a little bit more romantic because it is, it's Valentine's month, and of course, but I did want to make it a neutral theme to where if you don't celebrate it, it can still be romantic, but at the same time, it can be, cute and sweet. So I kept the theme of the scroll because I don't know, I felt like I was in an 1800s movie with the calligraphy that I was doing. So I really wanted to keep that. Then over here on the left, I went with a ribbon, and the ribbon is basically like scrolled up or rolled up into something. And I'm going to write all my habits there, which I didn't write them on this video was already going to be so long, so I didn't want to add too much. I just wanted to do the basics so you guys could see it. And I went across the same way that I did last month, but this month I actually just went a little bit easier on it. And then, of course, my little drawing of my teacup will go on the right-hand side right here. This teacup I actually didn't end up liking. I think it was because I was so tired when I was doing this, but I did like it overall in the end, but I wish I had given it some variety. I feel like I had the same tea set in the same pages, but I think that's a good thing though. I don't know. You guys let me know. But I did end up loving that I added a little bit with the little clouds, you could say, that are in the bottom and the top of this teacup. But yeah, I did the same thing. I went with the pinks, the lighter pink, and I don't know if you can see, but when I always do my roses, I do the darker pink on the outside and the lighter pink on the inside, just to give it some depth. You can't really see it very much here, but when you actually look through my bullet journal, you can see it. And then I added some leaves, the same way I had done it with my teapot and my other cup. So yeah, the same thing, but I kind of went a little bit different with it. And that makes up this page. I had fun with this. I really love my theme this month just because it's so different, and it's still, feminine, but at the same time it's very soft and elegant, or at least I think so. The next one is my brain dump. Now, my brain dump page, I actually went with 2 pages this month because I know that I'm going to have a lot to do this month. But because I also like to brain dump, and just it's with my January brain dump, I had to have 2 pages. So I was like, why not bite the bullet and just kind of go with it? And I did these designs on them. I did a stack teacup set, and they're all different varieties. They do have the same colors, but they are all different. Now, this is where I would say that if you wanted to keep different colors, you could always do every different teacup in a different color, and you could go along with it, and it would just fit so well. And at the top, I added some roses or some flowers. I did actually mess up on this. Be careful when you're doing stuff like this that you think before you actually start coloring or drawing in everything, because I thought, oh yeah, the flowers, but I had already drawn my teacup, so you can see the line. But that's all right. It's okay. It's just a simple mistake, and you probably don't see it because of the color that I'm putting into it. You don't notice it until you point it out. So it's just a simple mistake, but I just wanted to let y'all know. Be careful when you do that, because it does sometimes. You're like, oh yeah, I drew a line there. Shouldn't have drawn it. But it's all right. Every one of my teacups is different. I did like different little patterns just because I felt like I needed to add some variety. I didn't want to have the same teacup. I felt like that was too repetitive. So I went with the green, and then I tried to balance the colors. I did polka dotted ones. And then, of course, I did my signature one, which was the one that had the flower in the middle, and it had a little accent of red. So yeah, simple and very easy, but I love it. I love it. You could also do a tracker with this. I wanted to do one, but I don't have anything to track. So yeah, if you guys would like to use that as a tracker, you could just stack teacups all the way up, and each teacup could be a day, or I don't know, it's up to you. Then over here on the right, I went with a stackable tray. I don't know if that's what they're called. And I did 3 tiers, each one again the same, with the same type of patterns that the teacups have. I went in doing dots, or I accented with the pink. It all depended on how I felt that the color in the pages would balance. And again, I used my Crayola Super Tips just to do it, and I went in with my Faber-Castell S pen, and I drew in my little flower at the top because I felt like I needed one. Okay, I could not get enough of the flowers. And I did leave the blank of it. I didn't color it in, but you of course can. I felt like if it was going to be too bulky if it was black. And then of course I went in with my Crayola Super Tip pen, and I enhance my lettering. Now this page is just a little quote page, and I felt like I needed one this month, and I found one. I found it on Pinterest, so it's not mine, but I did kind of go with the same basic idea, and I just tried to do the same type of pattern. I think it had teacups on it. I'm pretty sure it did, but I didn't want to copy the same thing, so I went with the most usual thing that I could. I added a couple of arrows. I felt like this was more like a barista type thing. Like if you go to like a cafe, you would see this on their wall just so that, you could drink more tea. But I think it's very cute and I love it. I still do. And then I added my little touch of it, which was roses at the bottom. So this is where I'm adding it with my, I don't remember what this is. Hold on one second. This is my uni ball pen, sorry. And it's life is like a cup of tea. It's all in how you make it. And I love this quote. I think it's so cute and so simple, and it just fits so perfectly with my theme. So I went with it. Very simple, just so that I can have a little bit of variety. I did want to include this quote, and just sometimes life gets you a little down, so I needed this to boost my confidence. But I love it. I think it turned out great, and it's just like a little quote right there. Next is my budget page. My budget page is very simple. Again, I was trying to do the unfilled calligraphy, but it just would not work out for me. It did not this month. It was not, my brain was not hardwired to do this. And I went in again, did some roses at the top, and on the side, just to give it a little accent, I did the outside of the teapot so that it just kind of fit everything together. With the other page, it was just a quote, and I didn't have anything to do with the theme, so I wanted to have something else. So this is the outer part of the front page. So my little teapot is right there, and I love it. I love that you can see the handle. And I follow the same basic theme. I went with the flowers, and the leaves, and then did accents in pink. And yes, very simple. It didn't have anything big on my budget. I normally like to just write out everything that I like to do. So it does end up looking a little messy, which I'm trying to get better at, but it suits my needs. Now my weekly spread, I'm so sorry that I didn't film it, but it's very simple and easy. I went in with the scrolls, and every day is a scroll, like a piece of parchment. And I wrote it from Monday to Sunday. I actually didn't start with Sunday. I don't know why I don't like starting with Sunday. I think that's just so strange of me. But I wanted to keep Monday to be the first. I love Monday being my first day on my bullet journal. Of course, you can change this. This is up to you. But I went in with my tea-colored color and outlined the parchment. And then I went in and I changed, I added the last few days of January and of course the first few days of February. Just to give it a little accent, I went in with my pink Crayola, and I gave it some color because I felt like there was no pink in this page except for the flowers at the very top. Next to it, I wanted to do like a note section, so I did 2 bigger parchment papers. I didn't title them at all. I feel like with my writing, I think I would do okay with it. And on the right hand corner, I went along and I did my February month at a glance, and it's just very simple. I did calligraphy, and then I went ahead and I did my whole month. And then the last part here, I don't know what you would call this. I think it's a sugar pot, maybe. I'm not sure. When I looked up tea sets, I found that there was always, milk and all that. So, but this tall one, I don't know what this is. So if anybody knows about tea, please let me know, because I don't have a tea set. I have like mugs that I drink my tea in, but I don't normally have a tea set. So I included it because I just loved that it was the same theme, and it looked so much like my original teapot. So I added it with it. I followed the same pattern again with the flowers in the middle and with my falling little leaf branches all around it. Very, very simple. I didn't want to bulk it up or change it. So yeah, and then I went in with my Crayolas and I colored everything in. Be mindful about that. I didn't actually color like very well, so just wing it. But anyways, this is my final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you have not. Remember, I'm posting every Saturday, and tomorrow there will be another video. So I will see you guys then. Bye.